Hey, my name's Dylan Kavanaugh, and today I'm going to talk about what I'm going to be doing for my final project. Right here we have some chicken that's in a brine right now with some salt, water, and sugar, and that's going to be my protein for the video. I'm going to be doing steamed broccoli for my vegetable, and I'm going to be sauteing it. After I steam it, I'm going to be sauteing it in some garlic butter. For my starch, we're going to be doing a nice lavender rice. And for my sauce, I'm going to be doing a lemon butter for the chicken, and I'm going to explain all the science about how they get cooked, and how the molecules of each food interact with certain heating processes and stuff like that. Cut. I start off. I'm going to start with my protein. Like I said earlier, the chicken has been in the brine for a while now. Salt, water, and some sugar. It's been soaking in there for a while to improve the overall quality, and it involves two things: osmosis and diffusion. Over time, this will cause the solid molecules to go from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. Osmosis is the movement of a higher concentration of water through a semi-permeable membrane. This chicken's gonna be pan-seared and then put into the oven. And we'll have basic seasoning, salt, pepper, stuff like that. And I'm going to add some fresh garlic as well. This will start off the Maillard reaction, and then we transfer it to a convection oven that I'm preheating right now, which will create a circular motion with the heat, and will allow whatever you're cooking to cook faster and move more and faster and more evenly, so we won't have parts that are undone. So we got our chicken in the oven right now. So I'm going to work on the starch, which is going to be our lavender rice. I'm going to be using the convection oven and this hotel pan right here, and it's going to be using the thermal radiation from the oven. And it's going to heat up the pan, and the rice is going to be heated up with the water. And because the pan is metal, all the heat is going to be going all around, so it's going to be hot from all sides, not like just the bottom or anything like that. And the boiling water will allow the rice to absorb it, and the heat will soften the starch and release it in the cooking liquid. This is a convenient way to cook the rice because the entire surface of the food is in contact with the cooking medium. Like I said, the pan is going to be hot from all sides, and then the water is dense enough allowing the molecules to transfer the energy into the rice. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding rice, and I'm going to make sure that I level it out on the pan, and I'm going to be adding some lavender as well, just to add some more flavor so it can pair well with our chicken and our citrusy lemon butter that we're going to be doing. Okay, then I'm going to be throwing this with some water in the oven. Okay, so now that we have our starch, the lavender rice, and then we have our chicken both in the oven, I'm going to go to the vegetables next. For the vegetables, I'm going to be doing broccoli, and I'm going to be steaming it, but I don't have a steaming pot or anything to steam it with. So instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be boiling some water in a saucepan, and I have a tin pot on top of it with holes made from a fork, and then another saute pan to put on top of it to trap the steam. And what it's going to do is the water's going to boil and start steaming. And it's going to cook the rice, and the steam's not going to be able to escape because I have it covered. And the water doesn't touch the broccoli, and it's the steam that's cooking it, so it's not a direct heat. And I'm doing this because I believe it keeps the nutrition of the broccoli, and you don't have to worry about it like burning or anything like that, because steam will be cooking it a lot slower than just boiling water will. And then I'm gonna be, once it's all done and steamed, I'm gonna be moving it to another saute pan with some garlic I minced up and some butter. And I'm going to be cooking that so the aroma of the garlic can get into the flavor of the broccoli. And I believe it's going to pair really well with the citrus of the chicken. And the electrons from the steam are free moving gas into a solid, which is going to be the pan, carrying from one region to another. And I'm mainly doing broccoli because it's part of the green leaf family and has a nice color to the plate. So instead of just having all like the tans and browns of rice and the chicken, you're going to have some nice color with the green. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going pieces off. Then we're just gonna breaking them up real fast. Then I'm gonna throw it on the stove and start the steaming process, and then saute them in the garlic butter. Guys, for the final part, we're going to be doing the sauce. Chicken just came out of the oven. It looks beautiful. Rice has like 4 or 5 more minutes left, and then the broccoli is still being steamed right now. For the sauce, I'm going to be doing a lemon butter sauce, and it's going to go on top of the chicken. I'm going to just be using a small saucepan, and I'm going to throw it on the stove for a conduction type heat, because the heat from the flame is going to be transferred to the bottom of the saucepan, and then it's going to spread out throughout the saucepan because it's metal, and metal is really conductive. I'm pairing the lemon with butter because the acidity of the lemon is going to cut down the fattiness of the butter. I've learned this with like a panna cotta, which is a really fatty dessert. If you make like a nice raspberry topping for it, the raspberry's acidity will cut through for the panna cotta. I'm hoping that the lemon butter will also work well with the lavender rice because the lemon citrus will go really well with the 4 flavors of the lavender rice. So what we're going to be doing, I have a lemon half right here. I'm going to be juicing this lemon, and I want to make sure I get all the juice out. And then I'm going to throw this in the saucepan right here, and then I'm also going to just be getting like 2 slices from this lemon, just so it helps get that nice lemon flavor into this butter right here. Okay. And then obviously it's a lemon butter, so we're gonna throw some butter in here. I'm just gonna get a rubber spat and melt down the butter, and then I'm gonna obviously take the lemon slices out, and I'm gonna be drizzling this over the chicken. Okay, here we go. Finished product. For our starch, we got the rice. For the protein, we have our nice chicken that we pan-seared and threw in the oven. On top of it, we have our lemon butter that we just made, and then our steamed broccoli that is sauteed in butter and minced garlic. Okay. And then, so what I've learned throughout this class, and especially this final project, I learned a lot about how the different heating methods can affect the different foods. Like the pan-searing the chicken gave it a nice, like, I don't want to say crust to it, but it had a nice crisper feel to it. And then I also got to learn how the lemon butter worked really well. First with itself, how the acidity cut through the fattiness of the butter, but also paired really well with the floral flavors of the rice. So this class was a fun class to take.